Okay, let's start this. Yes, my first episode of my very first series will be about my AU of the Thompson Tank Engine, on why he was built, and what did he do before he came to Sodor. In 1916, there was a railway in Brighton called the LBSER. That was short for the London, Brighton, South Coast Railway. The owner around that time of the LBSER was a man named Lawson Billington. He had built 9 other tank engines named the E2 class, which weren't really a successful engine. They couldn't go on long distances, and they were very bumpy locomotives when pulling passenger trains. But these things were only made for shunting. There were also 4 other engines with extended side tanks to haul more water, but that didn't really work that much. So, Lawson Billington made blueprints for a new E2 class, as it would be an experimental engine, but part of the official E2 class. After months and months of building, the engine was done. It had 6 small wheels, a short stumpy funnel, a short stumpy boiler, and a short stumpy dome.
Oh, short stumpy funnel, huh? At least I don't have a short stumpy dick.
Moving on, we're not talking about that. Anyways, this was an experimental E2, but it was the last E2 built, so it was basically an official member of the E2 class. The workers who built the engine named him Thomas, because in 1913 it was now mandatory to at least name the engines, since they were sentient beings. It could be like their number, or it's named after someone. So the workers named the engine Thomas after one of the workers who died a few weeks prior. And what you should know is that the worker made the blueprints for Lawson Billington. So he was the actual creator of Thomas. For the next few months, Thomas would shunt in the sidings for other engines. However, he was also used to pull trains for the Great War during that time. Thomas's driver and firemen didn't like working around the war zone. They could easily get killed by some of the soldiers, and they didn't want to depart from their train. Then they found a poster from an island called Sodor, as said they were making a railway called the Northwestern Railway. They sent Thomas to Sodor to build the Northwestern Railway with another engine called Edward, a furnace railway K2. After the railway was built, the controller of the railway, Sir Topham, had done a little research on Thomas before finding out he was named lost in the war. Soon, Sir Topham would have a talk with Thomas's driver, but he wasn't mad. In fact, he seemed to be more understanding. After this, Sir Topham had fixed all the documents with Thomas, and then repainted them. He was now painted in Northwestern blue, and fitted with a number 1, but he kept his LBSER crest. The reason why he did this is because he heard about Lawson Billington and what he did. He basically fixed all of his engines, including the E2. And that is my AU for Thomas. I hope all of you enjoyed. The next episode will happen next Saturday, and I'll see you then. Bye.